Hey guys, Utmost Geek here. I've had this thing sitting around for a while, and I thought, why don't I just make a video of it? Cause in my interest, some of you people, this is a custom built PC that I bought off of eBay for like £25. It's an old LGA 775 system in I think it was an Antec NX 300 k or something like that. I forget the model number. Um, it's actually a pretty decent chunky case with three expansion bays, which is like that's what we need to go back to, folks. Airflow is still pretty good. You got two 120 millimeters or spaces for two 120 millimeter fans up front. A 140 millimeter at the top. The case is a bit damaged, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, can't really complain for what was it, like 20, I'm pretty sure it was £25 that I paid for this thing, which is, yeah, it's a bit dusty there, but it's got a lot of scratches up on top, and yeah, I'm guessing this was some sort of gaming PC, as when I show you the motherboard and everything, you guys will be somewhat surprised, if anything. Just a 120 millimeter back there. I've put my own graphics card in it. It did come with a Radeon HD. I want to say it was a 7850 or something like that. It was on this bottom slot here, and it got screwed up in the shipping. It destroyed the PCIe slot, as I'll show you in a bit. And it's got a Antec 500 watt power supply in there. I don't think it came with the case, to be honest, but we'll see. So let me put it on the side and open it up for you. Right, sorry about the lighting conditions. Gotta get some sort of light in here, but yeah, here it is inside. You can see my little SSD hanging on for dear life there. Came with no storage, as with most of these PCs for that kind of price. The motherboard is as you can see, a Striker 2 Extreme, a pretty rare, I'm guessing was a very high-end motherboard for 2008, 2009, whenever this released. It's a DDR3 one, socket 775, as I mentioned before. It's got a massive chipset cooler that goes all the way from the south bridge. It's connected to the south bridge, goes to the north bridge, then goes around up to the top. You can't really see there, there's a copper coil there, and to the back. And if I had the I/O panel for it, it would, yeah, you can see that little fin stack there. It has its own sound card, which is quite interesting, I must say. When I boot this thing up afterwards, because I was planning to do a CPU upgrade in this video, I will show you the software for it. It's quite interesting. So I needed a graphics card for this thing, and luckily my friend had this out of his old Precision that he bought. It's a Quadro K4200. It's a 4 gig card. It's a bit overkill for this machine, if anything, but it works perfectly fine for some old retro gaming. I mean, like games of this age. So I do want to try some games like GTA 4 and all that, but I will have to change operating systems for that because it's running Windows 7, and that sucks. Stupid Rockstar ended their support. Yeah, there's that 500 watt power supply, semi-modular, which is pretty surprising. Must have been pretty pricey back then. I'm guessing, anyways. I put that fan up front. Didn't have anything else apart from this rear fan here, so it ran a bit toasty. It's got a Q8400 in it, and we're gonna upgrade it to a Q9550, Q9550. Now, the reason why I'm doing it might not be a super big upgrade, because this is only that's 2.8 gigahertz for max, I think, if I remember correctly, and the 9550 is a 3 gigahertz, but this motherboard, as you can probably tell from the extreme chipset cooling and all that, this is a proper overclocking board. Oh yeah, and that it's got even a water block on the north bridge there, which is cool if you're gonna water cool this thing. But yeah, I plan on overclocking this, and there's a tool in the motherboard BIOS which will basically do it all for you, because I'm not very good with all of this overclocking stuff, voltages and all that core multipliers and all that kind of thing is just not my. It's just something I don't really understand. I've been trying to watch videos on it and everything, but it's just not for me. So I'm just going to use the built-in tool, and it's not supported by the Q8400. Well, the Q8400 is not supported by this motherboard for that tool. So yeah, new CPU. Also, we're having I think that's 3 times more cache. Yeah, this is only 4 megabytes. The new CPU's got 12 megabytes of cache, which is very good. So we might see a performance boost in that. If you're wondering why I have not made a video on this like hooked up right, like just as it is right now, it's just that I wanted to get it out of the way to make a video on just trying to see how these old quad core machines can take on today's life with obviously a newer card and an SSD and all that, giving a new lease of life to one of these systems. So yeah, I know that Pentium dual core system was also 775, and yes, similar errors, similar CPUs, but this might prove to some people, or prove us all wrong, and show us how bad the quad cores are now, or they might be better than what we expected. Who knows? So yeah, I'm gonna take the CPU cooler apart, and then I'll show you the CPU from there, and I'll put the new one in, put some thermal paste, and Bob's your uncle, or well, not my uncle and not your uncle, so whatever. Yeah, I'll get around to doing that, so see you in a bit. Alright, sorry that took a bit to find my tools, but yeah, to get this thing off first, we need to remove the fan, the CPU fan, which is weird because it blows forwards like a normal fan rather than backwards, unlike most computer fans. So just put that down here for now, let it hang, and then we just have to unplug the CPU fan wire, and then it comes loose. It's just a 4-pin one. This is a pretty old motherboard, so it's before everything else still had 3 pins, like that fan header there, and the rest of them. It's only the CPU that's a 4-pin. And for the cooler, we just gotta move. Come on, focus, Mr. Camera. Jeez. Oh my lord. But there we go. There's a screw there and a screw down there, which are both looking pretty beat up, I must say, so that's not good. So let me just get my screwdriver out and we'll start doing that. Okie dokie, so just remove it like that, unscrew the 2 screws. There's no springs on these screws, unlike most CPU coolers, which is quite concerning. It's just using regular screws. Hard to look at the camera and see what I'm doing as well at the same time, but oh well. Basically undo them equally till they both come out. I've recently put some new paste on it, so it should not be too hard to take these out. I mean, take off the cooler, it won't stick down there or anything. At least I hope it doesn't. Just keep on doing that for a while. on both sides equally. If you're doing this on a PC that has probably never had thermal paste replacement, most coolers you'll find anyways have only 4 screws around, and you just do it in a star pattern. So let's see, did I do it enough? Nope. Let's keep on going. Not sure why my camera's decided not to be focusing anymore. I think I've done enough, so now we just turn it a bit. And it's still not happy, so I'm not sure what's that about. There we go. Yeah, I think I put a bit too much paste on there, so that's probably why it's stuck, but looks like it did a good job. So I'm gonna attack this thing with my air duster and clean this all up, and I'll just show you that quickly as well. So let me go get that. And there's your Q8400. You can't really see it right now. You can kind of see it, but yeah. And that's a better view of those VRM coolers that are part of the chipset cooler as well. The Northbridge cooler, I mean. Insane for 2008. Like, these are chunky monkeys. You don't even see heat pipes on the new ones these days. But then again, we don't have Northbridge and Southbridge like we used to. We just have an integrated chipset all in one. Yeah. So I'm gonna go clean the CPU up, clean this cooler with a duster, and I'll be right back. Okay, so got the CPU cleaned up, and the cooler, which I have dusted off and bent the fins a bit, fell off my stool there while I was dusting it with this thing, my air duster. Very good purchase that. If you are working on computers, that's something you need. To stop your brain from getting screwed up while you're trying to dust a cooler, or even a PC, to be honest. But yeah, there's your Q8400, 2.6 gigahertz, and over here we have a motherboard here, which came with the IO shield and some RAM and everything. Got it for £23. I know it's basically the price of the PC, but here we are. I needed some RAM and the CPU anyways, and this motherboard is just a spare, I guess you could say. So in here is the Q9550, and we're gonna remove this cooler, and then yeah, we'll put it into that machine there, and then I think I'll just keep this motherboard around. It's a neat little MATX thing. So if we get the screwdriver, Mr. Come here and just flip it over. Right, after finishing my struggle with the screwdriver like an idiot, all you have to do to undo these, you have to unscrew it like that on each side. They all do this, and if you're installing it, you have to do it the other way. Okay, like that, and you pull up on the pins, and it should come straight off or get stuck, depending on how much it likes you today. And in my case, it's a bit unhappy. So let's go to the side, push out the pins, like so, like that. You squeeze and push, basically, like that. These two are being a bit annoying. Let's see here. Can I get it down? Doesn't want to do that. But usually there's a black pin that fits in there when you're trying to tighten, when you are installing it. There we go. And the last one. There we go. Did that come off? Yep, it came out straight off. Perfect. Insanely dusty stock cooler, and here is a Q9550. So yeah, I'm gonna clean this up and that up for whatever reason, so I can put in storage. I already have one of these, and this one seems to be a bit thinner. Weird. I thought these were decent. Delta. Crazy fan manufacturer. So yeah, let me clean this CPU up, and then probably first I could show you the speed of it. Camera 2.83 on stock clock, so we're gonna boost that up to around 3 gigahertz, I think. So yeah, let me go clean it up. Be right back. Okie dokie, got that relatively clean, and we just lift it out like that and see that, oh dear, few bent pins on that motherboard there. Or are they missing? Can't tell. Looks like they're non-existent, weirdly. But the CPU itself is perfectly fine. There's a bit of thermal paste, which I will clean off very gently. If you can see there, yeah. And we're gonna put that over there. So let me just put it down. Actually, let me just clean this off and I'll be right back. Alright, clean the other CPU off. The pins at least, I mean. And we just remove the thing here. We can do it without removing this stupid mount, because I really do not want to deal with that. Let's see here. I think I can probably, with my teeny tiny fingers, can I get it undone? Because I don't want to mess with that. Looks like we might have to it's gonna be tough. Let's try with the screwdriver. Gently, without prodding anything. There we go. Perfect. And it looks like we have a new anomaly. So I definitely do have to remove this thing. So give me a second, people, while I tackle this thing. Okay, so got that stupid bracket out. It just had some plastic pins in it, like I can tell. Stock cooler, the ones that go through the middle, like that. I'll show you the bracket here, so you can see the holes. It's just plops right in like that, and that's about it. It's a bit very dusty. So yep. Now we can finally remove it after I give it just a quick clean, like so. This is an anti-static brush, so it's alright. There we go. That's better. It's the spot. There, that's done. So now we can move up the arm, lift up the retention holder, and take out the old CPU. There you go. Core 2 quad 26 Q8400. I'll add that to my 775 collection. And here is the it's not the new CPU, is it? No, it's the replacement CPU, the Q9400. So we put this, if we go, you line it up with the notches on the side there. You plop it easily down like that. There. Make sure it's sat in properly. And you just close it down, close it like that. Which is perfect. So now, after dusting this a bit, we can put the bracket back on, and that's about it. Oh yeah, and I just did some quick research about this motherboard before I go on. I might as well just talk about it. If you were running a water cooling system, you could put 2 fans here, and on this one as well, to cool the VR, which I think is just it's so, like, I guess it makes sense, but then you probably have a fan here and here, but everybody has different use cases, so that's why they were optional. It came with the motherboard. The I/O shield that I don't have, it has some LED illumination on it, which is why there's a header there. That small one on the right, and on the left there's another 4-pin header, and that's for excuse me, that's for a little LCD screen that shows any BIOS error codes, and you can put it rested on top here, or whatever. It's called the Asus LCD poster, which I think is really neat. It's a really cool motherboard. Even got power and reset buttons on the thing, and these stupid, very stupid Asus Q connectors. They marketed it this. I don't know if they still do this stupid thing, but they said that, oh, this is gonna make your cables much more easier to plug in and everything. But when people lose them, it becomes a pain in the butt. So yeah, and that's why I haven't got the USB plugged in for the front, because they need the adapters, and I don't have those adapters, which is stupid, but Asus being Asus, I guess. Yeah, so yeah, anyways, back to putting the bracket on and then putting the cooler on. So I'll go do that. Right, so we got the bracket back installed, so we just push in the pins, all 4, like so. Which is, when this works, it is the easiest system. No screws required apart from the oh crap, I just realized I mounted this sideways. Whoopsie daisy. Let me go fix that. Oh my god. Right, take 2 of that. My goodness me. I am so stupid sometimes. Always doing stupid stuff whenever I'm on camera. Guess it's just a way of viewing things. So you just put the pins in like that. 2 more left. Then we get to the stupid part. Oh well, the even more stupid part. Okay, so now that's done. We come over here and we'll talk about this for a second, because people get really angry with how you're supposed to put thermal paste onto a CPU for whatever reason. And personally, I just put one small P in the middle and let the thing spread out like it does. That seems to be the most effective. As you saw earlier, that whole thing was pretty much evenly spread. So yeah, for those who spread it, you can do that. Go ahead, but like, it's just a waste of time because it's gonna do it anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna just take off the cap here. Let me see if I can set you down somewhere. Crap. Okay, let me just pause it again and I will put the paste on and then you'll see for yourself. So there you go. Just gonna put a tiny little pea just like that. That's all you need. You don't need more, you don't need less. So just put the paste down for a sec. Okay, you see that? Just a pea. And then you put your big chunky cooler or a small cooler or whatever, and you just put it on top like so. Now I'm gonna put the camera down again because I do not want to screw this up. I've already screwed up the cooler too much, but you just put it on flat like that and it will go just fine. Okay, I've put the cooler down, so like before you just tighten a bit evenly so that the paste spreads better. Not sure why these chunky, humongous coolers only have 2 screws like this, but oh well, what can I say? Even my Noctua one does the same stupid thing, but yeah, better than plastic clips like on the Intel coolers. I mean, this one, it has the plastic clips on the frame, but most of the new ones now don't do this, which is good because it's very, very dumb. I think we're nearly there. Yep, nearly done. Still quite shaky on this side for some reason. Yep, that's done. And that's done as well. Do not overtalk these. And what I mean is, if it feels tight, then it's right. Solid. Okay, so let me put this back into there again. Stupid thermal paste. Oh my god. Most messiest thing ever. Just putting the cap back on there. And now we just move this out of the way and put this back on this way. Very weird, but oh well. Yeah, so the way you do that is there's a gap there under the X and you just feed the cable through there. Right, put it all back together, all fine and dandy. I'm just gonna put the side panels on and plug it into the ultra wide for a second, and then we'll see if it powers up and if it's all running okay. I hope it does, because that was a lot of work for something that was supposed to be at least a 30-minute job. Well, 20 minutes, I've done it quicker. But yeah, just gotta put these back on and I'll go from there. Also, while I'm at it, what should I do with this? You guys leave a comment down below. Tell me, should I sell it? Should I keep it? try make a machine with it. I'm pretty sure the socket is just fine, even though it looks like there's a pin missing, but the rest of it looks like in pretty good shape, just a bit dusty. But yeah, tiny little M80X motherboard. Let me know what you guys want to do, what I should do with it. So yeah, let me go clear up all my mess and yeah, go from there. Last part of the video, I promise. I have it all connected up here to the ultra wide, and now we're just gonna see if it opens or not. If it starts up, I mean. So here we go. Try the BIOS. Takes a while for the monitor to kick in with this PC for some reason. There we go. Perfect. This option was not showing up before, which basically allows the motherboard to overclock the CPU by itself, which is a very cool feature, I must say, rather than, yeah, there you go, pretty neat. So I'll leave this as is, we'll reboot it. And see what happens. Good old Windows 7. It's a perfect operating system for this thing. There we go, I'll boot it up. There we go. It's a bit strange seeing ultra wide Windows 7, isn't it? So, just to prove that we didn't screw up, there we go, U9550. Did not see that last time. I do have quite a few games we can try up on here at some point, but I think I will leave that for another video because you guys are probably tired of watching this if you have made it this far. So thanks for, if you have stayed for this long, thanks for watching my pain with struggling with this thing. And yeah, if you got any questions, leave them in the comments. Like and subscribe if you want to. Nobody's forcing you as usual, and have a great day. See you guys.